Hey my fellow maniacs and soon to be maniacs out there. In this video we will be discussing what I think is the best method for writing your webcomic. Hi there, I am the Chainsaw Maniac and here on this channel we discuss webcomic and animation based content and work together to improve ourselves as artists. Now there is no right or wrong way of writing a story. Every artist has a vision or story they wish to convey to their readers, but usually it's the actualization and execution of the idea that pulls your audience in, but it does take time to build and construct an interesting enough story and can be quite challenging for artists, especially when, like myself, writing isn't really one of your strong suits. I myself am not a big fan of planning everything out because it takes the fun away when you actually construct your story, but if you enjoy doing things that way and it works for you, I say stick to that. However, with this method it may actually work in conjunction with your current method, so you don't have to toss all of it out of the window straight away. This method is known as the CTO method, which stands for chaos to order. I know, right? The method is just as cool as the name. If you regularly watch my videos, I have mentioned this term a few times in my videos, and the reason why I've chosen to name it this is because the method seems really chaotic and random in the beginning, but by lining up all the chaos, you can create a very congruent and awesome as well as comprehensive story. It's kind of like throwing puzzle pieces onto a table and then solving the puzzle as you go along. It's like being the detective of your own series, if that makes sense. And if this video topic does pique your interest, we speak more about this on my channel, so go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, as well as notify for more content. To illustrate exactly how this method works, I will be using my own webcomic as an example, which is in the description down below if you want to check it out. But I'll try not to drop any major spoilers if you haven't read it yet, but I suggest you do, just in case you want to go into it blindly and you don't want to be spoiled with anything. So I actually used the method on the first season of my webcomic to see if it would work for me going forward, and it worked much better than I expected because I found it boring just to start from the beginning of the story and then continue going in a linear fashion towards the end. What I did was think of awesome scenes that I would like to see in my webcomic regarding my OCs and their lives within the stories. For example, Flavera, one of my characters in my webcomic, has been trapped in a sword and lost her memories in the process. At some point she will be regaining her memories. Will it be regained all at once? Will it be gained piecemeal, piece by piece? Or will it be both? The elves in my universe also don't have horns, but Flavera has horns. Why does she have horns? Who is this dark elf looking person? How did she fall in line with Flavera? Why is a merchant involved in the story? Who is this person? And so on and so on. Eventually you're going to have this crazy array of points in your story that doesn't even seem to connect, so what do you do with them? You basically take them and connect them in any way you see fit, and sometimes through listing these points or having these ideas, you might even envision a scene in mind that might illustrate these points in time within your story, and it will give you a visual representation of what it might look like. I would suggest definitely sketching down these scenes that you have thought about, that you thought would be appealing to your audience as well as your readers, and maybe do a rough sketch of them and set them down somewhere so you know when to reference them when you need to go back to that scene. So now basically these points serve as kind of like checkpoints or goals to reach within your story as you go along. I'm not sure if it's making sense so far. I know my mind is quite chaotic, so it's definitely hard to follow along, but hopefully diagrams and things on screen will help illustrate more exactly what I'm talking about. Now, does this completely show how insane and chaotic my mind is? Yes. But does it work for me? Yes. Will it work for you? Maybe. This does tick off one of the main goals you want to set for yourself as an artist, which I feel like most artists lose sight of, or they just forget that one of the major rules to hold as an artist is to have fun. That's one of the biggest rules you have to set for yourself. Now, script aside, let me actually sit down and talk to you guys. Mano a mano. Is that how you say it? It was Spanish? I don't know, man. I'm not Spanish. I don't know what the hell am I talking about. But anyway, let's just get down, right down, and take a crunch out of that biscuit. You know what I mean? Oh my god, I'm all over the place at the end of this video. But yeah, I mean, if you sit through this much nonsense, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't mind a little bit more. But yeah, this is just a little bit of food for thought for all the artists out there, of many ways you can script and write your series, how you would plan your stories. I thought this would be a much more fun way of writing or putting your story down, because I'm not a person who likes to fully plan out everything. I'm pretty sure everyone who watches my channel knows that. And I like to keep things quite interesting for not just the audience as well as my readers. When it comes to writing my comics, sometimes I become my greatest fan. And I feel like that's what you have to do to write a very good story, is you have to see yourself as the people that you're delivering your content to. And it's one of the things that I'm still learning to do. I don't know if we find this videos appealing, if you find my content appealing. I hope you do. But that is kind of what I'm doing. I'm finding people who likes the things that I like, demonstrating the things I like to them. And so if they like it, they join me along the journey. And hopefully all my experience and knowledge that I've learned over these years can kind of rub off on people. Maybe they gain success through my methods, through my explanations, through at least a little bit of experience and knowledge I have. Maybe they can at least gain something from it, But that's what I'm mainly trying to do, is build a community of artists, whether it be webcomic artists or animators or just digital artists, as well as any other form of artist in general, and just sitting down and sharing knowledge with each other, as well as inspiration and motivation for our future projects. And I hope you guys will support me along the way. There are many things that I plan on doing in the future. The next video, I know I said I was going to do a video where I was going to actually let you know on how you can get into the animation industry, what you need to do to get into the creative industry itself. But planning that video is going to take some time, so you guys just have to bear with me. I will be posting it soon. But for now, I hope you enjoy the content that will be coming. The next video, I will be diving into more, I think, animation-based content. And it's going to be based on finishing animations, the difficulties that you find in animation itself, and how we can overcome those difficulties. Because I know there's people out there who want to kind of do animation, and they find it a struggle to continue with the animation, and especially coming from a comic or drawing background, and you want to bring those drawings to life, it does become daunting and difficult. So I will find the best way, as well as the most simple way, to make that process much more easier for you. As for this video, I want you guys to let me know some of the methods that you employ, as well as some bits and pieces of knowledge that you have learned over the years. Maybe there's different ways that you write and plan things. What are your best methods that you believe works for you, and can it work for other people? I would like to have this conversation with everyone in the comments, as well as we can support each other with the knowledge that we have. There's some people that's very good at storytelling, there's others that's just good at the art itself. I would say I'm good at both, but not really the storytelling as much. I'm still kind of picking up on certain things and trying to learn for myself. So hopefully this has been helpful to your creative journey. And if you want to check some more webcomic based content, you can click one of the boxes above here in one of these videos. Or if you just want to check out maybe some of the animation based content, why don't you check out this little video right here? And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye now.